Welcome to my comprehensive video about the Descent game mode in the Division 2. In this guide, I'll provide all the information you need to dominate the Descent activity like a pro. We'll go through the basics of this PvE game mode, including how to access it and what you can expect to encounter along the way. The Descent game mode offers something for everyone, whether you're an experienced Division 2 player searching for a fresh challenge or a newcomer to the game looking for a thrilling experience, especially with the new 2025 updates. If you want to see more Division 2 guides and updates, make sure to leave a like down below and don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on, so you don't miss out on future videos. There will be timestamps present throughout the video, so if you are looking for a particular topic, just brush through the options down below. So without further ado, let's get started. So what is this game mode really about? Descent is a roguelite game mode, completely separate from your standard progression. It was introduced in Division 2 with the release of Year 5 Season 1. In this new game mode, you will leave all your gear and builds outside and start with an empty character. Your aim is to clear rooms of different difficulties to enhance your agent with talents, perks, and weapons to finally defeat your Nemesis. The Descent game mode is free for all agents, so you don't have to own the last expansion, Warlords of New York, to participate in this activity. It's a fun and challenging game mode, because you can enjoy combining talents from all weapons in Division 2 on only one weapon, which is unavailable in the standard game. What makes it that special are the unique rewards that can be purchased with the Descent exclusive currency or the NSA tech-like, reconstructed caches for obtaining unique blueprints for named items. The Vindicator exotic rifle, which is a Descent exclusive weapon that can only be obtained here and not anywhere else. Cosmetics such as the Descent uniforms, and finally permanent buffs for your future Descent runs. You can play Descent either solo or in a group of up to 4 party members. You must sort your group before you get into the Descent because once you enter, no one can join your party anymore. Even if a party member is disconnected during the activity, that player cannot rejoin the session. To access the Descent game mode in Division 2, you must open the map and look for the Descent entrance near the countdown and the summit activities. Also, you can start the activity from the NSA station located near the White House or the castle. Now let's move forward and speak about the difficulties of the Descent activity. The activity itself is relatively easy to complete, but you must consider that you have only one life. If you die, you have to start again from the beginning. To complete the Descent game mode, you must stay focused and have a great tactic to create an optimal build with proper talents. And does the difficulty matter in Descent? Well, the difficulty of this game mode varies, and you can play it according to your preference and or play style. You can enter 4 types of rooms of your choice being easy, medium, hard, and boss, and access the ones you wish. However, the hardest ones award you more Descent currency and NSA credits when you encounter a boss room. After clearing the selected room, based on the difficulty, you are granted a certain number of credits and a certain percentage of progress toward your Nemesis. So it is not compulsory to play the game in higher difficulty all the time, it's that you can select the difficulty doors in any way you want. If you played the last 2 doors on easy difficulty and want to try the next one on hard, you can do it with ease. But just to remember, on higher difficulty the reward will be more compared to the easy ones. The duration of a Descent run directly depends on your skills and how you manage to survive the enemies within. Once you encounter and defeat your agent's simulation, aka your Nemesis, you can either end the run or keep testing your limits. In conclusion, you dictate the length of the Descent run. Speaking on Nemesis, the Nemesis is the final boss in the Descent that awaits you exactly with the same build you managed to create up to that moment. It's like your evil clone. In the top right corner, you can see your Nemesis heat gauge. You have to get to 100% to face your Nemesis. Upon clearing it, every room awards you a specific percentage, so you must complete multiple rooms in a row to fulfill this bar. Depending on what types of rooms you decide to complete on your way, the Descent run and the Nemesis kill can take between 40 to 120 minutes. After that, you can either continue the session and push the leaderboards or restart and go for another run. We all play different game modes in the game, for 2 main reasons: the fun and thrilling experience that we feel while playing and the rewards that we get for our hard work. So, what kind of rewards can you get from Descent? You can get the Descent credits, which is a form of a currency that can be used only during the ongoing run. You won't be able to extract it outside. Depending on the difficulty of your chosen room, you obtain a specific number of Descent credits once you clear it. The higher the difficulty, the more currency you get. Okay, you get the Descent currency, but what can you spend it on? Well, you can use the Descent currency to buy resources, armor kits, grenades, ammo, and special ammo, explosive rounds, incendiary rounds, etc., from supply shops, which can be found inside some rooms. Purchase talent slots, capacity, medkit capacity, grenade capacity, and descent upgrades, extra weapon choice, extra skill choice, from the shop at the entrance. And finally reroll the talents you can choose from after you clear a room at the cost of 250 credits. The next type of reward being the NSA Tech currency. It is a currency gained after you clear a boss room in the descent game mode. The amount you obtain per boss room increases as you progress through the run, and among others, you can purchase the following permanent buffs from the NSA station to help you in your subsequent descent runs. There is a descent vendor present in 2 main locations, where you can spend your NSA credits. The first NSA station is located outside the base of operations, a little to the east. The second NSA station is located in the castle settlement. To unlock access to the vendor, you must first complete the descent project from your Projects tab. Once you complete the project, Wally becomes the NSA station vendor in the castle region. Based on your character level and how many loops you complete during your descent run, you will be rewarded with XP and different caches. Now we are going to look at how to play Descent. When you enter the Descent game mode for the first time, you can choose both a weapon and a skill from the console on the right. Your choice is between 3 random types of weapons and 3 random skills. You can interact with this console every time you complete an arena room, but the following times you will be able to pick either a weapon or a skill, not both like the first time. The maximum number of weapons you can equip simultaneously is 3, and a maximum of 2 skills. There are 3 types of rooms available in Descent. Each room you enter features a talent console that unlocks after defeating all the enemies within that room. Red for offensive talents, blue for defensive talents, and yellow for utility talents. Let's say you choose to enter a triple red room. This means that after completing it, you will be able to pick between 3 random offensive talents. In addition to colors, each room has a particular difficulty for the opponents being easy, medium, and hard. Before starting a room, at the entrance, you can see in advance how much descent currency you will receive and how much heat gauge percentage you will get towards the Nemesis. Now let's look at the best types of rooms to complete before the Nemesis fight. Now you must know that the easy rooms give you a higher percentage of progress for the Nemesis, and the medium and hard ones less percentage. So it depends on your tactics when and how you get to the final boss. There are 2 methods used by players to reach the Nemesis. First one being, complete easy rooms for faster progress, an earlier more difficult Nemesis fight. Some players use the fastest method to fill the progress bar for Nemesis by completing only easy rooms. However, with this method, you reach the final boss with weaker equipment, and your Nemesis fight will be much more challenging. And the second one being, complete medium-hard rooms for less heat gauge but better prepared for the Nemesis fight. The other, most popular method is with slower progress, completing medium and hard rooms. Doing so allows you to earn and upgrade more talents, and your agent becomes more powerful for the final battle. Remember, you have only 1 life and 1 chance to defeat your Nemesis. If you die and fail, the descent run ends, and you must start over. Play accordingly and reach the final boss. The next important guide is on how to earn talents and work on your build. After you complete a room, you must find the talent console to choose 1 out of 3 random talents and improve your agent. In the Descent game mode, you can play with the following 4 types of talents: offensive talents, obtained after you clear a red room; defensive talents, obtained after you clear a blue room; utility talents, obtained after you clear a yellow room; and finally exotic talents, obtained after you complete an arena room. Once chosen, each talent can be upgraded if you are lucky enough to get that same talent at the console after you complete a room. By upgrading 1 talent, its bonuses will increase considerably, and your build will be more powerful. Talents represent an essential aspect of Descent game mode, with each talent offering unique benefits and advantages. So you should prioritize adding as many talents as possible if you have spare spots, or focus on unlocking other slots to increase the number of talents for your build. If there are talents that you don't need or you want something else, you can reroll the talents, but it will cost you 250 Descent currency. This reroll will allow you to choose from 3 other random talents from the console. You can reroll it as many times as you want, however, it will cost you more currency each time. If you don't want to take any talent from the console, you can skip your choice, and you will gain 250 Descent credits. Once you progress through this activity, you can purchase extra talent slots using Descent credits. In the end, the maximum number of slots you will have will be 21, 6 for offensive, 6 for defensive, 6 for utility, and 3 for exotic talents. The maximum tier for 1 talent is 10. So, a talent can be upgraded 10 times to reach its maximum bonuses. So, what are the best talents in Descent, which can help our gameplay? The best types of talents are the exotic ones. Besides, there are extremely powerful offensive, defensive, and utility talents you must keep an eye on. These are the following talents: which can be very useful during the game. This list is made based on personal experience, and also the information received from other fellow agents. If you guys have any input on this list, feel free to comment down below. Now, let's take a look at what are the best talent combination of talents that we can use to obtain the maximum potential. The best build in Descent depends on your preferences and your play style. But you will have to choose in advance which strategy to apply, either aggressive, defensive, or balanced, and focus on improving it as much as possible. The best build for Descent game mode in Division 2 should contain some of the following talents. The next topic on which we are going to focus on is on completing your first loop. After completing all the standard rooms from a particular loop, you must enter the arena room, the last one from that level. It is the same as regular rooms where you must clear all waves of enemies, but in the end, you will have to face an arena boss as well. Every time you complete an arena room, you will be offered an exotic talent. You can choose between 3 random exotic talents from the console, but unlike the normal talents, these can't be rerolled. And as a bonus, at the end of every arena fight, you are also able to choose one from the following stat upgrades. Offensive stat weapon damage increased by 10%. Defensive stat armor increased by 15%, and finally utility stat 1 skill tier and get up to max 6 skill tiers. Depending on your survivability, playstyle, and how powerful your build is, you must make the best decision to balance your agent offensively and defensively. A small disclaimer: if you have survivability issues, go for additional defensive stats whenever possible. On the same note, if you struggle to eliminate enemies, this means your damage output is too low. In this case, you should focus on getting a higher DPS by going for as many offensive stats as possible. Okay, now you have completed your first loop. After completing, you can move on to the next loop. When you move on to the next level, you return to the main lobby, like at the beginning of the run, where you must prepare for your following battles. Go to the console, and this time, you can only choose 1 out of 3 random weapons or 1 out of 3 random skills, not both, like when you started the run. Also, near the exit from this lobby, you can find 3 caches you can loot for free to refill your ammo, medkits, and grenades. Don't leave the room just yet. Before going further, visit the shop and ensure you have all the necessary upgrades for your subsequent encounters. If needed, you can buy them from here using Descent currency. Now that you're ready, your build is getting stronger and stronger, and all you have to do is quickly complete additional rooms and loops to fill up the Nemesis heat gauge. And now, to our main objective of Descent, defeating our Nemesis. So, to recap, the Nemesis is the final boss in Descent game mode that will await you with exactly the same gear, stats, and talents you collected until you face it. The number of Nemesis bosses will scale depending on how many people are in the party. For example, if you are solo, you will face 1 Nemesis. If you are in a group of 2 players, there will be 2 Nemesis, and so on. You can only encounter 1 Nemesis fight per Descent run. After defeating it, if you choose to continue the ongoing run, you will only complete regular and arena rooms. There will be no more Nemesis heat gauge, and therefore, no more Nemesis fights. As previously mentioned, you must reach 100% Nemesis heat gauge to unlock your Nemesis fight. However, once the bar is filled, the boss will not be unlocked instantly because you must complete that entire level first, including the arena room. The Nemesis fight takes place in a different type of room, one that you have never seen before. The difficulty of Nemesis varies. If you play solo, you will face only 1 boss and an easier fight. However, the more players you have in the party, the more Nemesis bosses will spawn, and the fight will be much more challenging. You must consider that if you choose only easy rooms to unlock the Nemesis faster, your agent could be underpowered. And defeating the boss can be very tough. Now once you defeat the Nemesis, you have the following 2 options. You can stop the run right here, collect your rewards and return to Washington DC to enjoy them, or you decide to continue the run. Keep in mind that after you defeat the Nemesis, the difficulty of the Descent increases considerably, so your run will be much more challenging. This wraps up the guide on the Descent game mode. Hopefully, by now, you should have a better image of this activity and everything it comes with, such as how to play Descent, and what to prioritize regarding talent choices and strategies for a smoother experience. If you have a hard time choosing the perfect build for your character, make sure you check out my Division 2 Best Builds Guide video. The link is down below. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like, which is much appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. That's all for today, folks. Hope you guys got the information that you searched for. Until next time, take care and peace.